Hey everyone, my name is Mia Lammers of Invoked 101, and today I want to discuss my personal experience as a woman in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. I will state right here and right now that my experience has been both good and bad. For all the people out there that are not interested in this video, please go check out all of our other amazing videos, including our deck profiles, our live duels. Nod does a really great job on each and every single one of his video, so go check one of those out. For everyone that is interested in this video, hello, hi. I'm gonna try to make this as unbiased as possible. Of course, this is my experience, so it is gonna be biased. But I'm not gonna be one of those people that instantly says all the guys in Yu-Gi-Oh are disgusting, because they're not. But anyways, my experience as a woman in Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh gosh. So, when I was really little and in elementary school, there was two sides. There was Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was on the Pokemon side. So whenever my two best friends, my very first encounter with Yu-Gi-Oh, my two best friends played it, whenever they said, hey, you should play Yu-Gi-Oh, I was like, I can't betray my Pokemon. I mean, Charmander? Come on. So I didn't learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh in elementary school, which honestly, I'm not too ashamed of, because I would have probably been a huge cheater at this point if I did. But to this day, I realize that still a lot more girls are into Pokemon than they are into Yu-Gi-Oh. And I've heard some pretty scary stories from other females in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, and I just wanted to give some of my experiences. So when I started actually learning how to play this game, it's because my boyfriend wanted a girlfriend that could beat him in Yu-Gi-Oh. So that's the true and honest reason why I play this game today. And at first I hated it because, you know, even though I never really learned how to play Yu-Gi-Oh in elementary school, and I hadn't played Pokemon since elementary school, and here I was in high school, I still had that little bit of, no, Pokemon's better, you know, that little bit of rivalry, and I had no idea why, but I was like, you know what, I can try something new. So he gave me Performer Pal Pinhole Magicians, and oh my lord, that was the most complicated deck ever. Obviously it's not, but it was really hard for someone who was just starting out and has no idea what to do, because he gave me the deck and was like, let's duel, and I was like, I don't understand any of this. What is this special summon that it says on this card? What is this little box? What are these stars? Like, I had no idea how to play this game. After a few months of playing it, about 3, I still wasn't into the game, but he still wanted his girlfriend to play Yu-Gi-Oh, and so I kept trying, you know, 'cause I don't know, just gotta make him happy. But after a few months, Vindreads came out, and I was so in love with Vindreads. I think one of the things that in those 3 months that I hated the most was the fact that within the month of me finally starting to slightly figure out how to play Yu-Gi-Oh, Link Summoning came out, and so I had no idea how to Link Summon. I didn't know what it was. I had just figured out how to play the Pinhole Magicians, and all of a sudden this new format comes out, and I don't know what to do. So it really frustrated me, and I think that's why I didn't like the game. But the moment Vindreads came out, my heart was set on this game. I loved it so much. I instantly started doing my own test hands at home. I just wanted to do anything I could to get better. I even picked up Ancient Gear and learned how to play that. I did quite a few things to try to make myself better. I always watched Nod's videos, to be honest, at night, because we weren't living together at the time, and I wanted to learn, but he couldn't come over and play against me, so I would just watch his videos to learn about his decks and, you know, maybe how to play against them. But anyways, after Vindreads and everything, I had set up an Instagram account for this, and if you don't know, our Instagram is @invoked101. There was a night where I didn't have any new cards because Nod had all the cards at his house, so all I had was cards in my decks, which I had already taken lots of pictures of and posted on it. And I just wanted to give a shout out to all of our followers that were on Instagram, and I wanted to be really nice and wish it was New Year's Eve, and I wanted to wish them a Happy New Year. And so I posted a picture of my face from my personal Instagram account, and within a few moments I instantly got harassed by this father who I guess I don't even think I had hashtags on it. I think it was honestly just something that he goes over to his search bar and it popped up. But he started cursing at me and he's like, "Why is this on my feed?" And I was like, "I don't know." He basically called me a whore. And I felt so ashamed. I took it down. I stopped posting for a long time. I even stopped playing. And it was really scary because at the time, I was just getting into the Yu-Gi-Oh community. I was just trying to, I had just started to reach out. I had just joined Yugioh Amino to try to learn more about the game. And before I actually got to learn much of anything, all of a sudden, I was a female in Yu-Gi-Oh, being attacked for being a female. And it was really heartbreaking to me, and I got really scared. But Nod helped me through it, and I put it past me. I had gone to locals at that point, so I knew that not everyone was like that. And it was just one guy on the internet, that's something that we easily blocked and got rid of, and I moved past. But then Yu-Gi-Oh happened, and Nod wanted me to profile my Madolches. And so I, of course, did. It's our second Madolche video. If you haven't seen it, please go check it out. I worked really hard on it, and someday I'm probably gonna regret it because I don't think I did very well. But anyways, I posted on Yu-Gi-Oh Amino about, well, now it's called Dual Amino, but I posted about how I did the profile, and once again within a few minutes there was this stranger, this male, who was saying very sexualized, sexual things to me, and I did not approve of it. And Nod luckily knew the leader of the Amino at the point and got him blocked and everything. And so I really appreciated that. But it was crazy to just because I was female. He didn't know what I looked like. I never posted my face. My face wasn't on Nod's Instagram at the time. But because he knew I was a female, he was saying all these disgusting things to me, and I thought that was just crazy. And of course, I didn't immediately take everyone for granted. I still kept up with Yu-Gi-Oh Amino for a little bit after that, but then I realized that the community is really toxic, and it's not just towards females. I meant toxic in general. It's not healthy how much people are willing to jump in and pick every single thing that you say apart just to see if one little thing may be wrong, and then they curse at you for it. I just think that's ridiculous. So I dropped Yu-Gi-Oh Amino. And around the same point, I also stopped going to locals. I mean, I still go, but I don't play. And the reason that I didn't play was because I had Dolces at the time. And even though a lot of people were really like, "Hey, I haven't seen Dolces in a while, that's really cool," I had been told that, a few times of, "Oh, you're female, so of course you play my Dolces." And that kind of hurt a lot because to me it felt like I wasn't going to be taken seriously because I was playing a deck that I actually really enjoyed. And Dolces aren't bad. I mean, they're nowhere near bad. They can become really powerful really quick, and no way are they meta, but they're still really good. And so I started feeling ashamed because I was a female playing a deck that I loved. And I think that's just ridiculous. So I got too ashamed to play at locals, and to this day I still don't play in locals because I started to realize as I went to regionals with Nod that if you are a female in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, at least if you are one that goes to a huge event like regionals, you either have to be supporting a male, either your brother, your boyfriend, your father, you have to be supporting them, or you have to be the best duelist there. And even if you are the best duelist there, people still say the most disgusting, despicable things about you. They'll accuse you of cheating, they'll accuse you of throwing your matches, or anything like that. And it's just dumb and ridiculous. The last regional we went to, there was this girl, and I think she got 4th place. It was either 4th or 16th. There's a huge gap there, obviously, but she placed really high up. And some of the guys, oh Lord, they got so butthurt because they lost to a female, and it was just outrageous, the things that they started to say about her. And I don't think that's very good, because if you want people to feel comfortable in the community, whether they're female or male, you can't sit there and say horrible things about each other, especially if you don't know the person. But as my personal experience goes, I think my issue is that although I love this game, I'm afraid to be a casual player, even though that's what I want to be. I want to play this game for fun. I've never really wanted to play it to take everyone down and win trophies or whatever. I just wanted to play the game that I fell in love with when I fell in love with Vendreads, which sadly aren't really, they're awful, let's be honest. They're horrible now. But I never really wanted to be somebody that had to prove themselves. And as I started to feel less confident about being a casual player, I actually started to resent this game. So every time that, it used to be if I lost, I would just, laugh it off, it's fine. But as I started to feel like I needed to prove myself to everyone, if I lose, I get really, really disappointed in myself, and I don't think that's very healthy. And of course, this is just my experience. But as a female in Yu-Gi-Oh, I just want to say to any other females out there that you shouldn't have to feel afraid to be involved in the community in any form that you want to. If you want to be a female that's involved in the Yu-Gi-Oh community just because you're really into the shows, that's 100% fine. If you just want to collect some cards from an old childhood game that you haven't played in forever because there are no locals around you, go ahead and do that. If you want to be a really competitive player, well then props to you, and I hope that you win a lot of competitions. Same thing with the guys out there. You should be able to be involved in however you, in whatever way that you really want to. But of course my experience hasn't been all bad. There are a lot of course there's a lot of guys in my locals, and they're all really nice to me, and they never say anything disgusting, they don't look down on me. We're just normal people enjoying a game that we all love. And I think that's wonderful. And I think that it really hurts me when I go to something like a regional and I'm afraid to ask somebody if they want to play a game, because I feel like when they sit down across from me, they look at me and say, oh, I can win this easily. And I feel like that's what a lot of girls get. The moment a girl is across the table from you, at least, if a girl is across the table from a guy, I feel like there are lots of girls out there that feel like the guy's thinking, oh, I can take her down easily. She probably isn't that good at the game. And I don't think that's very fair. The game is more mental than it is about, physical qualities. I mean, as long as she knows what combos to put out, you should be just as confident as if you are playing against a guy, but I feel like there's a little bit of extra, I can beat them when it comes to females. And I don't think that's necessarily right in any way. But as I said before, my experience as a woman in the Yu-Gi-Oh community has not been awful. I feel like I had to make this video because if you see a female Yu-Gi-Tuber out there, they normally talk about how the guys are the most vicious and disgusting creatures on earth, and oh my god, they looked at you. And I don't think that's appropriate either. I think girls need to take a moment to understand that everyone's different. There are a lot of really kind Yu-Gi-Oh players out there, whether they're male or female, and they're just amazing to duel against, they're amazing to talk about cards with, they're amazing to trade with. I don't think anyone should clump a whole community and say, this is horrible. I will say that sometimes I do clump the whole community and say that it's toxic, because I think altogether we are a little toxic. But that's a video for another time. But I wanted to sit there and tell my side of things, because I want people to understand that it's okay to be a female in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, and that, yeah, there may be some bad moments, but if you really love this game, you shouldn't be afraid. And I think it's horrible if you are a female that has been verbally harassed so many times that you become afraid and you drop the game altogether, or you can't go anywhere without your boyfriend. I think that's horrible and that needs to change. But I don't think that there's any reason for you to not be a female in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. And all in all, my experience has been pretty good. I enjoy being able to say, yes, I am a girl and I play Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think that's something that every girl should be proud of. But anyways, if you agree or disagree with anything that I said, leave it in the comments down below. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to help Nod, and if you ever want to see any of your deck profiles or certain videos with certain cards, please go support Nod on Patreon, because he will get on your request as soon as he can. And thank you. Bye!